So I just made a video about Pokemon, and now I just feel like rambling about my experience with Pokemon because, well, 31 years old, and I've had a lot of it. So I first actually started out with Pokemon Blue. I got this copy of Pokemon Blue probably about 98, and man, I played this thing so many times, like so many times over. Probably used just about every Pokemon you possibly can use, and even on my last playthrough, I actually managed to catch every Pokemon. For the first time I ever completed the Blue Pokedex. And my god, this game. It was with me through so many times. It got me out of so many holes, depression, which is probably why I have such a strong attachment to it. Through grade school, I was not a well-liked person, and this is the game that got me through it all. And I wouldn't actually play the other copies until many years later. I had a buddy who picked up Pokemon Red. I would play that with him every once in a while. We would trade Pokemon and whatnot. And that I had a lot of fun with Pokemon Yellow. Yellow, to me, like, everyone says it's the best version of it, but I don't love it because I hate the Pikachu, and I hate that it's to me, it's like The Last of Us 2. They force me to use a character that I don't want to use. I mean, yeah, you can ditch the Pikachu right away, which I've done in other Pokemon games. So, you can always do that, which I usually do. I usually ditch it for my last playthrough of Yellow. I ditched it for a Zapdos. Because, I mean, Zapdos is amazing. Why wouldn't you ditch Pikachu for Zapdos? I've also used Electabuzz, which was a lot of fun, but a lot of times with Gen 1, I always just use Alakazam. I use Alakazam like an absolute shit ton, probably more than I should, to be honest. But one Pokemon that I actually haven't used, and if you know Generation 1, you'll know exactly why I haven't used it, and that's Gengar. And that's mainly because against the Psychic Gym, it's fucking useless. Like, it's absolutely useless. That's the one coding error of the Gen 1 games that I actually hated, is the fact that Ghost types weren't super effective against Psychic types when they were supposed to be. But, I mean, when you understand the makeup of these games and what the team had to work with, it makes sense. And it's actually surprising at the fact that they were able to get these games working at all, considering their computers were all 10, 15 years out of date. I mean, hell, I'm doing these videos on a computer that's probably 10 years out of date as well. But technology now is a lot better. But my god, like, what is there to say about these games that hasn't been said already? Like, yeah, there's the glitches, but honestly, I think that brings out a lot more of the fun. Like, who didn't love doing the missing no glitch? The missing no glitch was one of the most fun glitches in all of Pokemon. And then, yeah, there's also, you can do the stupid guaranteed shiny glitch where you can bring the Gyarados over from Gen 2 and you can get a guaranteed shiny Ditto. And the glitch that I just did most recently on Red was actually to get the Mew, because I've never done the glitch to get Mew. So I constantly always wanted to do it, and now I just recently restarted my Red file and I traded my Mew over to Blue, and I do plan on doing a big playthrough on Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. and I want to use the transfer packs so I can actually use the real Pokemon, not just the crappy ones that rentals give you, because those things suck. Me and my one buddy, we did do a playthrough once when we were, oh god, had to have been grade 3 or 4. We actually beat the game all the way through, beat Mewtwo, did all that fun crap with just rental Pokemon because we didn't have the transfer pack. We were 10. And I think my copy of Stadium came from Blockbuster. And I still have it, actually. It's right over my head. I can grab it really quick. Bam! Blockbuster Stadium. Perfect. And it was one of the earlier Blockbuster rentals, too, because it didn't have the actual Blockbuster sticker on it, which I thought was weird. But if you ever talk to anyone and they tell you, don't play Generation 1, this generation is unplayable, it's garbage, it's crap, tell them to kick rocks, eat a bag of something, because this generation is amazing. It is so much fun. And I guarantee, even if you haven't played Generation 1, if you go through and you play Gen 1, you will have a lot of fun. And you'll have some hilarious times too. I had my nephew, who is 12. I had him play through Pokemon Yellow on my 3DS, and oh my god, he could not even get past Brock because he kept trying to hit Onix with his Pikachu, and it just wasn't working. And I don't understand, because I beat these games when I was 5. I was 5 years old the first time I played all the way through Blue. I started playing it at 4, but I didn't beat it until about 5. And oh man, it was just, it was funny to watch. Watching a young kid struggle is probably the best entertainment that you're going to get as an uncle. It also helped that I had the strategy guide. These strategy guides growing up were some of the coolest things ever. They're so colorful. Seeing all the Sugimori art, the old water art, is just, oh my god. They do not make the artwork as awesome as it used to be. I find it now to be very washed out and boring. But at the end of the day, there will be no better feeling than going back and playing a Generation 1 game. And I will continue to do so until these cartridges don't work. And even then, after that, I'll either get more cartridges or I'll start emulating. Shh, don't tell Nintendo. But anyway, well, that's enough rambling for me. If you didn't already, go check out the video that I made on Pokemon Generation 1, talking about how it was made. It's a shorter video than what most people that do those documentary style videos do, so I feel like it's easier to retain your attention, which is kind of what I want to go for. So, but yeah, with all that said, have a good night, and I will see you in the next one.